What's happening, folks? It's Andy from MAO Magic, and I'm here with the HyperLink Apple Watch band. Now, there is no HyperLink branding on this, unfortunately. It has this Go Mobile branding on it, which I assume is also a kind of subsidiary company of the Sanho Company Corporation. This is actually put out by Hyper. So if you're familiar with them, they are the company that has like the HyperMac batteries, and a bunch of other cool things like that. They're really known for their gigantic battery packs that'll, charge MacBooks. So that's what their main thing, their main claim to fame is. But this is that same company. They've done a ton of Indiegogo and Kickstarter campaigns. So this is just another one for a high-end, really nice quality Apple Watch band. Unfortunately, the packaging leaves a lot to be desired. It pretty much looks like a lot of the cheaper ones that you would find on Amazon. When this is completely on the market, this will retail for around $99, and it comes in two different models, the 38mm and the 42mm, fitting both sides of the Apple Watch, but it also comes in the space gray option as well as this brushed silver option. All of them are made out of 316L gauge stainless steel, so they are very high-end. Unfortunately, they are not actually using the made for Apple Watch program from Apple, so the lugs on the end of this that connect to your Apple Watch are unfortunately like manufactured through them and not through Apple, so they may be a little bit tighter than they would maybe through the actual first party options. But I did not have a problem with mine. Apparently there were a few problems with manufacturing, and there were some people who had problems with them, but those were replaced straight through Hyper with absolutely no problems. But like I said, I did not have any problems with mine. Now, one of the really big pluses is this did meet its stretch goals when it was crowdfunding, so they were able to remove the logo from where it was expected to be, like on the actual outside of the clasp, and now it is inside of that butterfly clasp. So when you open it up, then you'll see the Go Mobile logo compared to on the outside. So that is a huge plus. I didn't even realize it was there, and I'm like, oh, that's so ugly. So I'm really glad that it was able to be put inside. Now, this is a brushed finish, just like Apple's first-party option, and a lot of people gave them flack for while it was a super nice band, it had that brush finish compared to the Apple Watch like you're looking at here, which has that polish finish. Now, this one is brushed as well, but you don't really notice. Like, I don't think with either of them it's really much of a deal. You can't really tell when you're looking at it. It just looks great overall. Now, there is one big difference between the two models, and that is on the Apple metal watch band, you can remove the links very easy by hitting the little button on the inside of the link, and they simply slide out. It makes it super easy to remove and add links back in. Unfortunately, this is basically like a standard watch band where you have to use that link removal tool. I mean, even a paper clip is going to probably bend when you try to remove them, so you do need to have that special tool, or you can go to like a jeweler, and even Hyper sells actual Apple Watch tools that can come with it to make it easier to remove them. Now, one thing that was important for me when I was looking for different Apple Watch bands was something that had a good clasp on it. Now, while I was a little bit disappointed in the clasp, mostly because of how it compares to the actual Apple one, which is really nice. It opens very smoothly, it lays flat, opens from both sides evenly. This is a fairly standard watch clasp, and it does kind of stick out a little bit towards the end, making it a little bit of a larger solid part in the metal compared to Apple's. But I feel like it's an okay trade-off considering the price difference. This is a standard watch clasp that's not really going to give you an issue. It holds on securely. You don't ever have to worry about getting it off, and it easily comes off when you want it to. Now, I did have a little bit of a problem, I guess I wouldn't call it a problem, with the outside getting a little bit marred up when I had my wrist sitting down on maybe a desk or anything like that, but it's not anything you wouldn't expect from many other stainless steel bands out there on the market. So as always, we can go ahead and break it down between the pros and cons. And on the pro side, they are individually hand assembled, so there is much more attention to detail than many out there on the market. It does have that 316L stainless steel, which is very nice and very strong, nice and heavy. Has a very easy to open clasp. While it is not as nice as Apple's, it is still a good, decent clasp. And it's affordable. It's a lot cheaper than Apple's first party option, going from $449 for Apple's. This goes all the way down to less than $100. So even though that is more than a lot on Amazon, it's actually a pretty decent price for what you're getting. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at the cons, the links are definitely hard to remove. You cannot really do them by yourself unless you have that link removal tool or you take it to a jeweler. The clasp is a little bit thick. It's not too bent, but it is a little bit thicker than what I would like. And the finish is maybe not exactly up to the par of Apple's, and it does get marred fairly easily when you have it on a desk. But basically what you would expect if you were going out there and buying a $100 to $200 wristwatch that had a stainless steel band on it anyway. Now, if you are interested, I will be putting a link in the description below as soon as I am able to. This is still a kind of a self-starter campaign, so they are filling backer orders before shipping to the general public. If you have any questions, throw them up in the comments. Make sure to subscribe so you can keep these videos coming. Please check out our website at maomagic.com as well as adding us to your Apple newsfeed. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.